How's it going, my fellow shipheads out there? Welcome back to Track Mods. I'm Jody LaForgery, your cheap engineer, and this is part 8 of the Reliant Hornet Refit project. And I'm going to be doing some windows today on my little underside pod piece. But before I do that, I wanted to show you my mother-in-law gave me some little domes, some little clear domes that I can use for my these little circular details here. I'm gonna cut a bit out. I'm gonna put the little clear dome in there, have a light underneath. It's gonna look pretty cool. I just cut the pills out of there and gave them back. I don't need to take this. I tried taking this stuff for a while. It works. I was feeling fabulous, but maybe a little too fabulous, so I quit taking that. But I'm still going to use these little domes. So let's get to the windows here. I'm going to find the bit I need, and while I'm looking for that, we can roll that beautiful starship footage. Alright, before I start drilling, there's a bunch of stuff in there in the way. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of most of that. See if I can maybe clip it off with these clippers here. Chop it down. Okay, we'll try some different ones. There we go. That's better. Snapped right out of there. I hurt my knuckles or pulled a tendon or something. Yeah, a lot of this stuff's going to be in my way for the windows. There's not going to be anything down here. I have a bunch of stuff here, so I got to get rid of all this. Can you come back to me? There's a pin here. Got windows right behind it. So there's nothing here. That shouldn't be a problem. Got that cleaned out pretty good. So this is the same pin here. That won't be in the way. So it looks like I'm good to go. I'm just going to clean this up and oh, there goes my glasses. I'm just going to clean this up and start drilling windows. Okay, I got a little bit here. It's 0.5 millimeters. So got a 0.5 millimeter hole. I don't want them to be too big, but I still want them to be noticeable. So let's see, get this piece here maybe. Hey, trying to get drilled. See if I can just find a comfortable position here. Okay, on. Slow down. Here we go. So, a lot of times I'll do this, most of the time I'll do this by hand with pin vise and a hand drill. My knuckles are sore though. My hands get cramps. But when I do it with drilling it by hand, I do like to drill all the way through it. You can't run it back and forth through the surface and dig down like a router with the handheld pin vise drill. So you have to drill all the way through. But with this method, I don't drill all the way through. Okay, there's one line done. That was less than 10 minutes. Yeah, be careful you don't put your finger right behind there. I noticed. Luckily I don't drill all the way through anyways. But in this case I was drilling a single hole, so I was plunging it right in. Okay, so for this row I'm just gonna do single holes. See, none of this plastic's melted and sticking to here because I have it so slow. This is a dog Dremel Micro, so this is like meant for grooming dogs' nails and cats' claws and stuff. So it's a little less aggressive than a lot of the other. Like, it can go, It can get up there, but I have it on 1. I have it set to stun. Okay, you see that? This one right here, pushed a little too hard, drilled right through on the first plunge, and then it ended up getting a little bit crescenty on me because the bit wants to drag into the side. Alright, if you look closely and you can see the spiral on this bit, so whenever it's hitting the side of this material here, it's like a screw and it wants to dig itself in this way. But the tip of it won't allow it to do that. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side and check back in with you guys in a bit. Okay, there's my 2 pieces. Clean them up with the file a little bit later. What do I got that's white? Right there. So I had a little bit of cramp in my hand and got out of control. So this one's a little big. I'll just file it and maybe square it off. Do something special, make that a special window. Okay, so where this green piece of tape is here, I want to make that my my little arboretum. So I'm just gonna try and get an outline around it here. Do my best to try to cut this out square. Okay, so I got an outline. Okay, my knife's getting sharp. And for this, I don't want it to be that sharp. So I got a sharpening stone. I know, it's all weird. But I'm going to sharpen it like this. Because I want this to be very, very, very tiny chisel. So doing this flattens the tip and creates a little burr like a hook, which I can barely feel with my finger. This is one of the blades here. I've had this blade for probably at least 10 years. I keep sharpening it, using it. It's not worn down because it's broken. It's worn down because it's very well used. I have similar ones that I've recently purchased within the last 10 years or so. They don't last. Okay, so I can feel that little scratchy bit there. It's created a bit of a burr. down in there. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. See what I've done? Moose antler burnishing tool. I'll just fix that right up. You hear that? Perfectly smooth. Moose antler. Love this thing. It's great. Alright, so I gotta be a little more careful than that. Hi.
It's already past your bedtime.
Are you going to bed? Hi. Your bedtime? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Bedtime. Good night. Good night. Good night, bird. Well, that was fun. He likes to say goodnight to his family. So, Tori is my kid's pet cockatiel, and Tori in Japanese means bird. But I imagine they would say something like Tori. Tori. Okay, I should be getting through this pretty soon. You can see a little impression of it there on the inside. Sorry, guys. Are you okay? I'm sorry. Did I hit you in the head? Sorry. Watch your eyes. Don't get so close. It's safer for you up here. Okay. Push it through. Now it should just snap. There we go. Snappity snap. Alright, so I got a fairly smooth, decent hole. But that was a lot of effort. But you see minimal filing. The triangle one. Hi, triangle one. Alright, maybe we'll do this one with the drill method, file it out, see how much quicker it is. My thing should have some charge in it by now. So, quite a bit inside my outline that I want here. In this case, I'm drilling all the way through because I'm going to be filing it smooth and cutting it out. It's not melted, but it just builds up on there. Well, that sure was faster. But not as accurate. See, now I gotta file into these corners. Try not to cut too much of this out in the edits. If it gets a little boring, I apologize, but I just want to show you guys, you know, the differences in between the two methods. Like, I cut this hole a lot quicker, but now I have a lot more work to make it smooth and straight. And I don't always do the same thing every time. I like to try new things that I've seen other makers do, or new things that I thought of that might be a good idea. Not always a good idea. Sometimes it works. Try to get in there with the triangle. See, I need to get a lot more out of this side. Okay, although it was a lot more effort, I like the one I cut with the blade better than the one I cut with the drill and drilled out. I still have to file this. It's a little more narrow here. So there's pros and cons to both. Also depends on the shape you're trying to make, and also depends on the material. This isn't model styrene. It's not quite the same. Since this is a torch, I'm going to assume it's some kind of heat resistant plastic. It's very sort of brittle and powdery, so it's probably melt resistant, you know, to a certain point, but it sure stood up to the friction anyways. Nothing collected on my drill bit, and I didn't have any melty problems, and it files really nice and easy and smooth. Okay, that's sort of done for now. What I'm gonna end up doing is making little inserts that go in here. So this will probably be probably 3 large windows going across there. That snapper in place. Snapped right in the snapper. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be look cool. That's gonna be look cool. That's gonna be look cool, man. That's gonna be looking cool. A bit of light coming through there. I'll put something in behind it to diffuse it, color it. That's gonna be blue. That's gonna be kind of blue. But maybe that won't be blue. Maybe it won't be blue. Why does it have to be blue? It doesn't have to be blue. I mean, it'll be purple. I got some purple crystals. Well, I got crystals of all kinds and a few different sizes. So I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but I might use a purple one. I like putting a crystal in here. They call it an impulse crystal. All the models I've made so far, I put a little crystal in there, just like that. Oh. I'll be back. Alrighty. It's late at nighty. Got my happy little saucer section here. Some holes around the... There we go. I think that's enough. I was thinking about putting one on the front here, but I don't know. I have an idea to dress this up a little bit, so probably not gonna do that. Okay, so I got the old sausage section here. Gonna put on my window patterns. So what I did was I just copied these patterns on my light table, and I just got some 2-way tape there. So I numbered them so I'd know where they're going. Okay, so we got these side ones. So these ones are going to be ones for right here on the side. Okay, so now we got one right across the front. Just looking at the position light there, there's a little protrusion on the bottom where the position light is. Okay, gonna start with the hand drill for these ones. Do all the circular ones. a lot easier than this. Drilling into the styrene here. It's a lot smoother and easier than it was on this piece. Okay, let's see how I did. Well, that's not bad. Get the little file here. This one's a tad wonky. Alright, maybe a little too close to the edge there. Should have moved it down a little. That's a shame. Okay, this is not what I wanted to do, but I kind of missed the mark on the windows, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take 2 strips of this. Well, here's one. There's another piece. Bend that a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to add another piece behind it just to get that up to a similar thickness. It's the circle of glue. Okay, I think I fixed that up good enough that I can redo the windows. So I got to go a little further away from the edge there. I'm going to need to trim all this off. Okay, I think I'm going to give up the dream of trying to have these lines on here, these center bands. So I'll just use the decals and drill them out. Maybe I'll attempt to paint the center bands. Alrighty there, space cadets and cool cats and cool kittens. It's been around half an hour probably. Well, it's been around 4 hours for me, but I should have half an hour of usable footage here that's not too boring. I'm going to throw it in a photon torpedo and I'm going to chuck it out into space, into the YouTubes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming along on this ride. Everybody that helps me out with this channel, you all know who you are. We're gonna have some special, very special videos coming up. It seems that Trek mods might get a little better, so when it does, I will thank everyone that helps make that possible. Till next time, keep on trekking. I'm Jody LaForgery, your cheap engineer. We'll see you next time. No, I won't see you. Why do I always say that? You'll see me. I won't see you.